Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel Master Mojo Ash. In this video I will show you top 10 best races in the anime. Pokemon and their trainers have other ways beyond battling to prove their prowess, including a variety of exciting, and sometimes strange, races. Battling isn't everything in the Pokemon universe, not when there are so many other ways to use Pokemon in a competitive capacity. There are several sporting events that are introduced at various points in the anime, but races are a more frequently featured type of competition. These races can involve a trainer riding a Pokemon or simply just cheering the Pokemon on as they race against other species. Races are a great stopgap between main points of plot progression, allowing characters to take advantage of these opportunities to earn little victories along the way. Before I start the video, please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon. Number 10. Iceberg Swimming Race. Team Rocket ruined a promising Iceberg Swimming Race. In Pokemon Journeys, Ash and Go travel to the Sinnoh region when they find out that a lost Piplups trainer, Lauren, is in Snowpin City, and end up entering the Pokemon Iceberg Race there. It's essentially a swimming race, going up to an iceberg and then back. Go enters Mantike and Ash enters with Pikachu, but the main focus is the rivalry between Lauren's Piplup and her Croagunk before Team Rocket interrupts and cancels the race, as they always do. This was one example of a race that was intriguing enough in its concept that the lack of a proper conclusion was frustrating. Number 9. Sky Relay Race. Ash had a chance to use all three of his Kalos flying types in the Sky Relay Race. Ash's Pokemon team in Kalos was arguably one of his best in the entire series. While the team included many strong battlers and had a decent type coverage, he did still have 3 flying types, but this came in handy when they came across the Pokemon Sky Relay Race. In this race, 3 flying types compete in a relay of sorts, passing a ribbon to one another until the third participant crosses the finish line. Ash jumped at the chance to enter this competition. Ash's team of Fletchinder, Hawlucha, and Noivern lost, but narrowly, and the camaraderie shown by everyone in supporting Noivern despite the defeat was a testament to how tightly knit the Kalos group was. Number 8. A close race. The Camellia Town Pokethlon ended with a close race. During the Diamond and Pearl series, Ash competed in the Camellia Town Pokethlon against a scientist named Daniel, who took pride in his work experimenting with his Snorlax, making it superior to others in a competitive environment. The final event in the Pokethlon saw Daniel's Snorlax and Ash's Pikachu take to the track and do battle in a hurdle race. Snorlax took the victory, but only because the size of its belly helped it stick out further and cross the finish line first. Number 7. Rhyhorn Racing. Ash learned about Serena's Rhyhorn Racing past. Towards the beginning of the X and Y series, when Ash and friends were still getting to know Serena properly, they inadvertently stumble across a Rhyhorn racetrack. Naturally, as soon as Ash finds out that newcomers can take part, he decides to enter and wants to learn how to ride. He learns how to calm and control the Rhyhorn from Serena, whose mother was an accomplished Rhyhorn racer. The race itself is ruined by Team Rocket and their usual antics trying to steal all the Pokemon, but until that point, the Rhyhorn race had the potential to be one of the franchise's best. Number 6. The Pancake Race. The Pancake Race was as entertaining as it was bizarre. Out of all of the races that take place in the Pokemon universe, the Pancake Race is arguably one of the most bizarre. The race is essentially a 2-participant per team relay for both a trainer and a Pokemon, where the teams are tasked with safely transporting a stack of pancakes to the finish line. There are of course, several mishaps, with Team Rocket disqualified for cheating and several others losing after dropping their pancakes. However, despite not dropping their pancakes, Ash and Pikachu are beaten in a surprise twist by Samsonite and Kamala. Number 5. The Vikavolt Race. Sophocles and Horatio faced off again in the Vikavolt Race. Sophocles is once again reunited with his fierce rival Horatio when they face off in a Vikavolt race, following their Charjabugs evolving. The potential prize of winning a Buginium's immediately adds further stakes to the race and their rivalry. Like the Charjabug Race, the Vikavolt competition requires trainer participation with the aid of VR armor and a camera, allowing the trainers to see what their Vikavolt is seeing thanks to VR goggles. In another close race, Sophocles wins once again, earning the Buginium Z. Number 4. The Extreme Pokémon Race. Gary and Ash's rivalry was reignited by the Extreme Pokémon Race. En route to Mahogany City during their Johto adventures, Ash and friends run into Gary, who's preparing to enter the Extreme Pokémon Race, where a Pokémon pulls the trainer along on a sled. Ash enters with Bayleaf while Gary enters with Arcanine, and their rivalry is reignited once more. For once, a Team Rocket interruption isn't enough to stop the race completely, and after the villains are defeated, Ash narrowly edges out Gary to pick up the victory. Number 3. A unique gym contest. Danny's 3-part challenge made for a unique gym contest. Ash meets a trainer named Danny while in the Orange Islands, who happens to be the gym leader for Naval Island. Their contest isn't a battle, however, but a 3-part competition where participants must freeze a hot water geyser, turn that ice into a sled, and then use that sled to race to the finish line and the end of the contest. With Danny and Ash at 1 win apiece, the race is naturally the deciding round. It's a close race until the destroyers of races and fun, Team Rocket, interrupt the contest, but they're quickly foiled. The race is restarted and Ash eventually manages to surpass Danny and pick up the win, earning the C Ruby badge. Number 2. The Charjabug Race. The Charjabug Race was much better than anyone could have expected. When thinking about races featured in Sun and Moon, it's easy to remember the Vikavolt Race and overlook the fact that there was also a Charjabug Race earlier in the series. The Charjabug Race is vastly underrated, though feels like more of a legitimate race comparable with Formula 1, with Ash and Kyle working with Sophocles as a complete team. Essentially using Charjabug's power to operate a mini racing car, the Charjabug Race is where Sophocles forms a rivalry with a kid called Horatio, and despite many hardships, Sophocles gets the victory. Number 1. An intense race. Ash won an intense race with someone else's newly evolved Rapidash. At the beginning of his Pokémon journey back in Kanto, Ash is faced with arguably his toughest task, bonding with someone else's Pokémon and competing in the race. However, he did just that, quickly befriending Lara's Ponyta after she was injured before the race and forced to pull out. Ash and Ponyta are neck and neck with Lara's rival Dario and his daughter Io until the very end when Ponyta evolved into Rapidash, which gave it that extra boost of speed and earning them the victory.